representing the righteous Vincent Mike Bennett.
And he's going right to a man that he broke in with in New England.
At the same time, what a cerebral! That's what I mean. He's always thinking. As a wrestler, you get your eardrums popped so many times, you're walking around with bells ringing all day long, Riccaboni.
But look at Bennett! Bennett firing up! Super kick! Fire with carry! Tries with a Spicoli driver! And it's Bennett! Exploder suplex! Sends him staggered! Bennett with a spear! Carries it down, but into the choke! He caught him in a spear! But he caught him in a choke!
Put your hands up, giving your opponent time to recover.
And Mandak, that's a smart move.
Yeah.
Mandak in the ropes, Bennett trying to cover up. Vincent would not relent.
Yeah. I tell you, but there's no worse feeling.
Oh! What the hell? Matt Taven, who we're being told was being restrained by security, and there's Bateman who's broken through also. We understand in the back security was trying to prevent these two men, and it's Vincent and Taven near ringside. These two men, there's Bennett. Bennett hobbling in, Bateman connects on Bennett.
Jon Walters. Hot Sauce Tracy Williams.
Not only eliminated, the match ends, but they are fired from Ring of Honor, and there's a 20 count on the outside, which Jon Walters goes right now.
Pure wrestling.
Jon Walters looking for a gut wrench there. It's Tracy Williams countering, loves this pile driver. Can he hit it? Walters gets out of it, ducks the clothesline. Walters ducks the back fist, and Walters coming in hot and clips the knee. Stepping through, sharpshooter, he loves this. We've seen it before in Ring of Honor, the sharpshooter from Jon Walters.
So that was not a rope break, clarified.
But that is.
That is, okay.
And sends him down to the mat. Cover, 1, 2. Ooh, and he's
That's it.
got the face lock in.
Notice those chop marks on his chest are bright red.
Baited him.
DDT plus Walters sends it to the mat.
I've been on the wrong side of that too many times.
Ooh, discus clothesline.
I think Tracy's gonna try to take it home, Riccaboni.
Could be closing time.
That's it.
Williams.
Oh, I guarantee you that, Riccaboni.
Pile driver.
Yep.
3.
Wow, what a match.
The winner of this match, Hot Sauce Tracy Williams.
Hi, I'm Quinn McKay, and I'm here to update you on everything going on in Ring of Honor for the week. We are 10 days away from Final Battle on pay-per-view, and things are heating up. We have a huge pay-per-view in store on December 18th, and today I'll be going over everything for Final Battle, plus recap and preview all of the great things happening in the best wrestling company in the world, Ring of Honor. On the latest edition of ROH TV, we saw the return of 2 wrestlers from the past, and they looked better than ever. In the main event, former ROH Pure Champion Jon Walters faced Hot Sauce Tracy Williams in a fantastic Pure Rules match. Although Hot Sauce was victorious, Walters proved that he belongs in the Pure division. I was able to get comments from Tracy immediately following his victory, so let's go to those now. I'm Quinn McKay, backstage at Ring of Honor. We just saw an incredible back-and-forth matchup between Hot Sauce Tracy Williams in a Pure Division match against, after 13 years, finally returning to Ring of Honor, Jon Walters. Tracy, this was an incredible win for you because Jon Walters is a former Ring of Honor Pure Champion. You have to be feeling great after this win.
Of course I feel great. Greatest job in the world, right here. To get to do it is a blessing, and to get to do it with somebody like Jon Walters, somebody who laid the original foundation of the Pure Division. They say you're only as good as your last match, and Jon Walters, yeah, he hasn't been in Ring of Honor for over a decade, but I saw Jon Walters' last match, and it was good. So I knew what I was up against, and man, he didn't disappoint. He didn't disappoint because that's exactly what I love to do. That is pure wrestling, that is Ring of Honor, and that is the foundation. And I am the foundation, and we will rebuild.
We also saw the return to in-ring action of Mike Bennett on the latest episode of ROH TV. Bennett faced former friend Vincent, and the animosity between these two led to Vincent being disqualified and a huge brawl breaking out. It's obvious that this feud is far from over. Let's hear from Bennett and Taven and what they had to say immediately following the brawl. I'm Quinn McKay, and I have to find Bennett and Taven because Vincent just went and got himself disqualified, and Bennett's knee, oh my God. Yeah, please sit down.
Let's sit right here. Let's grab you some ice, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I will get an ice pack over here as soon as possible.
right.
Can I get some ice?
Oh, jeez. Chill. Okay. Chill. Thank you.
Taven, you said during the match that this will never end, but logically everything must come to an end. So if you had a suggestion for a resolution, what would it be?
Hey, I just got my ass kicked out there by that piece of crap. But I really want to say something right now. Look, I agree. Everything must come to an end. And I know this whole thing started with you and Vincent. You guys have known each other a long time, but I've known that piece of garbage just as long.
From the beginning.
And the thing is, I didn't come back to Ring of Honor. I didn't come back to my home just so Vincent could tell us when this ends. I came here to protect my family, and we, the kingdom, decides when this ends.
You brought up such a wonderful point. This has to come to an end, Quinn. Yes. And there's nothing more apropos than a year from when Mr. Bateman and Balloon Boy thought they took me out for good. They hobbled my ankle. They thought I was done. No. Final battle 1 year later. We're gonna finally even the odds. The OGK, the original kingdom, is back. We're gonna prove that these Melvins, they're not righteous at all. They are nothing compared to us. Vinny could never live up to what we put down for the kingdom, and that's what he's always feared. Us coming back and showing that he is not righteous. That Melvin's not even on our level. He is nothing compared to us. In our final battle, we're gonna put an end to all of this. Because he is I, and I am him, and I'm Matt Taven, and this is the beginning of a brand new trend.
Oh, God.
All right, relax.
Okay, sorry.
Signed, sealed, and it will deliver. At Final Battle, we see Vincent and Bateman versus Matt Taven and Mike Bennett in a tag team grudge match. Another grudge match, signed for Final Battle, will be Jay Briscoe versus EC3. The tension has been apparent between these two men ever since EC3's debut match, where he teamed with both Mark and Jay Briscoe against Shane Taylor and SOS. EC3 and the Briscoes lost that match, and ever since, Jay has had a completely different goal than his brother Mark. Originally planned for last April, the scheduled rematch with the Briscoes and tag team champions Jonathan Gresham and Jay Lethal never took place due to the pandemic. ROH officials wanted to sign the rematch, and while Mark is 100% focused and motivated on tag team gold, Jay is focused on EC3. Mark's frustration has only grown, and it resulted in Mark going out and finding a different tag team partner to challenge for the belts. Let's see what Mark has in mind.
Here we are, folks. Smack dead in the middle of the holiday season. The season of family. And my family being stubborn right now. Being hard-headed. But that ain't nothing new. You see, I got my eyes locked on getting them tag team titles back. But my family, my blood, my brother, he got his mind set on something else right now. That's all right. Because I done found somebody to team up with me, to be my partner, to go get these tag team titles. It's the perfect time, too. Perfect time of year. Because I'm about to write that letter to Santa Claus, just like I have every year since I was 8 years old, and tell him just what I want, what I've always wanted for Christmas is my own personal monster! And now you got the two craziest men in the history of this company. It's Jay Lethal and Jonathan Gresham. We coming for those world tag team titles, baby!
At Final Battle, it'll be tag team champions Jonathan Gresham and Jay Lethal defending against Mark Briscoe and PCO. Now, Jonathan Gresham will have his work cut out for him. Being a double champion, after all, comes twice the responsibilities. Gresham will also defend his Pure Championship for the first time against the mercenary Flip Gordon. That's sure to be spectacular, and speaking of Pure, the very first Pure Rules tag team match will take place at Final Battle. In Pure Rules tag team matches, the rules are as follows. There must be a code of honor. Tags only count by one wrestler reaching over the top rope and tagging his partner hand to hand while holding the tag rope. Each wrestler has 5 seconds to exit the ring after a tag is made. Each team has 3 rope breaks to stop submission holds and pinfalls. After a team exhausts his rope breaks, submissions and pin attempts on or under the ropes by the opponent are considered legal. Each time a team breaks up a pinfall or submission, that team will lose a rope break. A pinfall or submission breakup when a team is out of rope breaks will result in a disqualification. Closed fist punches to the face are not permitted. Only open-handed slaps or chops to the face are allowed. Punches to other body parts are permitted, excluding low blows. The first use of a closed fist will get a warning, and the second will be a disqualification. Interference from any wrestler will result in automatic termination from the roster of the wrestler that interferes. Matches that reach the time limit will go to a judge's decision. And finally, there's a 20-second count on the floor. Every championship is scheduled to be defended at Final Battle, and at the top of the card is the ROH World Championship. ROH World Champion Rush will return to action and face Brodie King with the most prestigious prize in wrestling on the line. These are 2 of the toughest men in all of pro wrestling, and while Rush has been absolutely dominant since debuting for ROH, he's never faced a monster like Brodie King, who has a ton of momentum on his side. ROH television champion Dragon Lee will also be defending his championship, but we will not know against who until that night. Dak Draper, Josh Woods, LSG, and Tony Deppen will do battle in a 4-corner survival match to determine who will face Lee later in the night. Let's hear from Josh Woods now.
Final battle. Final battle where dreams become reality and superstars are born. And as one door closes, another door opens. An opportunity has been knocking all year for Josh Woods. 4 men, 1 goal. LSG, Tony Deppen, Dak Draper, and Josh Woods. Winner challenges for the Ring of Honor World Television title that night. I'm up for a challenge, and I'm always down to fight. While the path might be a little different, the destination remains the same. I will ascend to the top. I will be regarded as one of the best wrestlers in the world, and I will hold Ring of Honor gold.
Speaking of Josh Woods, he'll also be in action this upcoming weekend on ROH TV. On the next episode, we see 2 major matches with big implications before we head into Final Battle. In the main event, Josh Woods faces Flip Gordon in a Pure Rules match. Remember, Josh is coming off the biggest win of his career against Jay Lethal, and Flip is going into a championship match at Final Battle with Pure champion Jonathan Gresham. We'll also see the Bouncers versus the newly formed alliance of Mark Briscoe and PCO in a tag team showdown. Let's hear from the Bouncers now.
I'm the Beer City Bruiser. I've been wrestling for going on 21 years now.
I'm Brian Malonis. I've been wrestling for almost 20, and we're the Bouncers.
Now, people talk about blood, sweat, and tears, and that's what you put into wrestling. Well, me, I have legacy to live up to. Harley Race is probably the greatest legacy in professional wrestling. And when I step in that ring and I step through those ropes, I represent that legacy. When the Bouncers got together and I saw that Brian Malonis' legacy was Killer Kowalski, well, right there, it's made. So every time we step through those ropes, we have to live up to a legacy. And that's what we're going to do here in Ring of Honor.
I think we came together because people saw us fight.
Yeah.
And then we, through that bond of fighting, we kind of realized, like, yeah, we might be a hell of a team and we might be a hell of a formidable duo, to take on the tag team division here in Ring of Honor.
We used to be the fun-loving drunks that everybody wanted to have a beer with. But now we're kind of changing gears a little bit just to show that we're not just fun-loving guys. We're also guys that if you get in the ring with us, you're in our bar. You're stepping into our world.
So when I think about what it means to be a bouncer right now, it just means to be a tough SOB. Will I shake somebody's hand if they whoop me? Yeah, I'll shake somebody's hand if they whoop me, but no more am I toasting my opponents after I lose. I'm not toasting losses anymore. I'm not settling for scraps no more. I'm not settling for second place anymore.
The best thing about wrestling a guy like PCO or Mark Briscoe is those are 2 of the most insane guys in Ring of Honor. But now when you come from the background like we did, where you're just fighting in bars all over the place, there's no rules, there's no set time limit, there's nothing that, like, it's all just chaos. So we're used to chaos. You show up at a bar, and there's guys of all different sizes, different ages, different talent levels, different strengths, and we throw them out of the bar. So going into this with Mark and PCO, like, I'm excited because we get to fight. It's not just gonna be a normal wrestling match. It's gonna be a literal fight. It's gonna be violent. It's gonna be punching, kicking. We have movesets where we utilize our size. I mean, in fact, our finish, which is last call, I'm literally holding the guy down while my man here drops all 400 pounds of his weight onto the guy's neck.
Nobody's ever kicked out from that. Nobody has ever kicked out after I've landed 400 pounds on them. And you know, there's a lot of really talented, really tough people here in Ring of Honor. But I don't know how many like to get hit back. I like to hit, but I like to get hit back because that's what makes me feel alive in the ring, and that's what makes me want to push harder. So when I think about Mark Briscoe and PCO, I want them to hit me. I want them to hit me hard because I know everything that they can dish out, I can give it right back twice as hard.
We're gonna do whatever it takes to win the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships. We're done being the guys that, oh yeah, you lost, so now let's all have a good beer. No, we're done with that. We're going to do whatever it takes. We're gonna punch whoever we have to punch because our goal, our mindset is set on winning the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Mark Briscoe is a force to be reckoned with. And with former ROH World Champion PCO on his side, I think he'll be just fine.
Tag team titles, baby!
Christmas is right around the corner, and a gift that does not keep on giving is Bryan Johnson. So for some reason, let's go to him.
Apparently, it wasn't just Thanksgiving that ruffled some feathers at home last week, because when I told everybody that Danhausen is nothing but a talentless clown.
Good evening, Ring of Honor. This is Danhausen with a message for a one Bryan Johnson and or John Stone. Danhausen doesn't know. Danhausen, quite frankly, does not care. But this fellow seems to be yelling and running his mouth about Danhausen, the Fanhausens, about how it's Mecca versus everybody. Mecca versus everybody. Well, according to Danhausen, in his eyes, which he's seen you with, and his ears, which he hears you with, you appear to be losing your head. Because you have made a dear enemy out of Danhausen. Do you want Danhausen? You want to get nuts? Then come on. Let's get nuts. Danhausen will see you at Final Battle. Mecca-Hausen. You'll see how evil Danhausen can get. Anyways, love that Danhausen. See you at Final Battle, everybody.
I'm just going to go ahead and consider that my Christmas present from Danhausen. And now that I've mentioned Danhausen, you guys remember when Session Moth Martina dressed up and impersonated Danhausen right here on Week by Week? Well, that's kind of the closest thing we've had here on Week by Week that relates to this week's Question of the Week. What's your best wrestler impersonation?
It's the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and I just want to let you know that me and my tag team partner, Nikita Koloff, the superpowers, if you will be coming to the American Bash. What do you say? Coming to Final Battle to take on the greatest tag team of them all. Tell them, Nikita. Erica Bunny, Caprice Man, we come to Final Battle and we take you out. Shatuata.
Oh man, impersonations. Wow. Yeah, I've never really been good at impersonations.
This is the Nature Boy Ric Flair here. Jay Lethal, you're not the only one that can do a Ric Flair impression. 16-time world champion.
Man. Oh, sorry about that.
This is Radic, and I think he even knows that my best wrestling personality impression is
Howard Finkel.
My best wrestler impression is
and that's the bottom line, 'cause Session Moth says so.
Ah, so you've come to Danhausen for very nice, very evil impersonations. Well, Danhausen has one for you. It is this. And that is the bottom line, because Cold Steve said so. And then he finger swears.
The last real man, Silas Young. I just came back from forging a knife with my 2 bare hands. I cooked 1 minute rice in 59 seconds. But I don't want to talk about how great I am, how manly I am with my manly chest hair. No. The world needs to know. I just wish I could tell my best friend Josh Woods how much I love him. How great of a tag partner he is. Man, Josh Woods is the greatest. I don't deserve him.
Oh my God! Backlash!
I'm gonna tell you about hard times, Daddy. Hard times are when your American Dream Dusty Rhodes impression is so bad that nobody knows who you're trying to do an impression of. That's hard times, Daddy.
Can I do a Dusty Rhodes? I'll see you.
Ric Flair and the Horseman put hard times on Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, if you will.
That one's not that good. Man, what about old Jimmy Hart?
Come on, baby. You're the champ, baby. Come on, honky, baby. You're the man.
This one goes out to the late, great Tracy Smothers. Rest in peace, my brother. 'Cause T is for terrible, H is for hell, U is for ugly, and G is for jail 'cause a thug can't spell.
Let me tell you something, man. This is Hulk Hogan.
I am the cream of the crop, Spider-Man. That's Macho Man Randy Savagehausen. Slim Jim Cancio.
Ooh, yeah! Business is booming. Dig it! Macho Man, I would rather not be doing these.
Yeah, I'm good at mannerisms more than anything. And maybe Roddy Piper's a good one. Piper would always, a lot of times he would start or eventually he'd get to a point where his hands were on his hips and he'd always, and if I had the hair, I'd have to shake it up. Right, yeah. He'd always do that.
The late, great Paul Bear. Oh, yes, my Undertaker.
I do a pretty good Matt Taven.
I'm Matt Taven, and you're in big trouble.
I was a Navy SEAL. I became the governor of Minnesota. That's how it happened.
My best impression is Delirious. Hi, I'm Delirious.
Hi everybody, I'm Ian Riccoboni, and tonight on Ring of Honor Wrestling, I'm going to give you a bunch of pop culture references on commentary that I only know because I'm a complete nerd. Oh, my partner Caprice, he'll say dumb things like Jive Turkey. Oh my god, it'll be spectacular. Well, happy wrestling.
That's right, bozos. You're looking at the Mecca.
Thank you, Jay, for doing the impression. It's great. It's not as good as Joe Hendry's, but you're getting there.
I gotta yell. It's hard to do it. Hello, Ric Flair, brother of. But for me, I've gotta yell.
Hold it now. You can run, but you can't hide. Now, if I were you.
My best impersonation of a wrestler? Well, you remember back early 90s? Elegante? Well, watch this. Oh, hold on, sorry.
What else do we have? Ah, yes, If you smell what the Danhausen is cooking. That's the people's eyebrow. Anyways, love that Danhausen.
I really feel like every time that I've watched Macho Man growing up, it was, unbeknownst to me, I was just studying him. Every little turn, every move, every inflection of the voice, and sometimes how he would bring it up real high and then bring it right back down so you hear what he's saying. Yeah, he's undoubtedly my favorite wrestler of all time, the Macho Man Randy Savage, and I think I've been thinking, and I think I got a pretty good Savage impression. But I'm not the only one. There's plenty of people out there with a great Macho Man impression. I just am grateful that I can be added to the list of one of them. So hopefully you guys got some impressions, and I don't know if this is a thing, but I would love it if some of you guys who watch this video could tag some of us in it and post your own impersonations of your favorite wrestlers. And I'm sure there's going to be some that challenge me to a little Macho Man off, which I may or may not accept the challenge. Yeah, dig it.
I don't do impressions. I'm an incredibly serious person that never makes jokes. Don't forget that here in ROH, we never stop distributing content. The weekly article X-Files, which I literally just realized was a pun last week, delivers breaking news on a constant basis on ROHWrestling.com, and Kevin Eck also drops the ROH Strong podcast every Monday. The list of guests that have appeared is getting deeper and deeper. Go check the library of past episodes, and the latest guest, me. Everything was totally fine until Kevin pulled a Kevin at the end and ruined a perfectly good conversation with his completely uninvited opinions. There's also Technique Tuesdays with Joe Hendry, which comes out today because it's Tuesday. And on Thursdays, there is, of course, Throwback Thursday. Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly from Final Battle 2016 was uploaded last week. Plus, the ROH Pro Shop is open for business 24/7, 365. A really cool LSG shirt was just released, and don't miss out on the Jonathan Gresham Pure t-shirt that has been flying off the shelves. Maybe we'll get some of those octopus masks to sell in the Pro Shop soon. That would be super cool. Anyway, that's all that I have for you this week. Don't forget to join us for our #WatchROH watch party this Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Bouncers versus PCO and Mark Briscoe, and Flip Gordon versus Josh Woods in a Puma Rules match. You can follow me on social media at Quinn McKay and Ring of Honor at Ring of Honor across the board. I'm Quinn McKay, and I'll see you next week on Week by Week.
I'm gonna show the world what Dak Draper can do.
I'm just gonna tell you this right now. You don't know what you're getting yourself into.
Everyone's got a plan till they get punched in the face, right? That's the saying.
Any new guy that wants to come to Ring of Honor, they need to prove themselves to guys like me.
Shane Taylor signed one of the biggest contracts in Ring of Honor history, and you could tell that investment trickled down to SOS. Big time win for this trio.
I told you since day one, this is y'all's time.
It blows my freaking mind when I hear that they offered a contract to Danhausen. Why? Because he can make some fat ass on his mom's couch laugh a little bit? He deserves a contract? He deserves more time and attention than the Mecca? I have worked too damn hard for too damn long to be passed over by some talentless clown cross-dressing with face paint on.
The first ever Pure Rules Tag Team Wrestling match. Rhett and I will be facing off against Wheeler Yuta and Fred Yehi. The Ring of Honor audience has been begging for you to come back since they saw you in the Pure title tournament. They've been begging to see more Pure wrestling, and I know you two are some of the best to come and do it.
Benny could never live up to what we put down for the kingdom, and that's what he's always feared. In our final battle, we're gonna put an end to all of this, because he is I, and I am him, and I'm Matt Taven, and this is the beginning of a brand new trend.
And this final battle, it's gonna be another violent act of cruelty.
We will be waiting.
Come final battle, it'll be the last time that these belts are not defended under our Pure Wrestling rules.
Mark Briscoe, 11-time tag team champion. PCO, some say can't die. But the foundation is forever.
Jay Briscoe, I want you to defend this island like your life depends on it, because mine does to take it.
I will bleed buckets out this I don't give a I'll make your ass bleed. You ever bled before? Look me in my eyes. Look me in my eyes when I talk to you, son.
Flip, at Final Battle, I'll be defending 2 championships. The way I see it, you're coming in 100%. Who knows how I'm coming in? But I'll tell you, with that same passion that you have, I have more. More for this company, more for this championship, and for what it stands for.
My whole life, I've never been afraid to go after whoever's at the top of the list. And currently, that's Roosh. My only motivation is success. My only motivation is championship gold. And Roosh, this is your warning.
Nada sucede al que Roosh lo diga. No pasa nada.